Hello, EveryDF, and welcome to week 1 of the NDBL Season 3. It's time. I am so excited. We are about to start an all-new season of the NDBL. The Florida Flygons are back. I'm really excited. It's been a while since I've gotten to do anything with the Florida Flygons. Well, by a while, I mean about a month, which isn't too long, but it is too long. It is way too long. Week 1 of an all-new season. This season's actually a bit shorter than the Season 2 season. Season 2 was 11 weeks long, this season is 10 weeks, so it's actually right in the middle between Season 1 and 2, which is kind of cool. I'm really pumped, this is going to be a really great season. We have quite a interesting lineup. We are up against quite a few of the most terrifying teams in the league, but we're also up against some, new teams, and there isn't any teams in the league that aren't scary. They're all really good players, but there are a lot of, there's people I've never played before, they're ex-champions of the league, well, technically still champions. But anyway, yeah, there's a lot to do this season, and I'm really, really excited. Our very first opponent is Coach Dommy and the team Ghost Horse in Your Dreams, which is a really cool team name. They have an absolutely terrifying team that I'm going to be breaking down. I'm going to start by breaking down their team, then I'm going to break down our team and what the plan is for that. So, first of all, they have Jirachi. Jirachi is a terrifying steel psychic type. It doesn't have levitate like I thought it did, so it doesn't mean it has the extra ground type weakness, which is great for us. But it does have access to Serene Grace, so it can flinch hacks a lot of people. It has stab, psychic, and steel type moves, which is terrifying. They have Landorus incarnate form, I think. Yeah, because Therian is the one that we had. They have the one that isn't. You should be able to see them all on the side of the screen, because I actually have time to edit in the layouts now, and by layout I mean literally just this thing on the side of the screen. Yeah, Landorus, I think that's incarnate. They have Porygon 2, who's a terrifyingly buff normal type. You've got to be wary of. You've always got to be wary of the normal types. They have Empoleon, who the New York Animals used. I always like to mention what the New York Animals use, because they're kind of my rival in Draft League. Empoleon is really good at setting up Defog and Elthrox. It has access to stab steel type moves again. Their Mega is Mega Sceptile, who is quite scary. It does have that 4 times ice type weakness, which we can definitely take advantage of ourselves. However, it's very, very fast. It can hit very hard. You got to be wary of it a lot. I think last time we played Mega Sceptile was either Season 1 or Season 2. I don't think we did go up against Mega Sceptile in Season 2. I remember we beat one in Season 1, which was fun. Against, I won't say who it was against in case you want to watch Season 1. Anyway, moving down to their lower tier Pokemon, they have a Vanillux, who's a solid Ice type. It's not too fast, but of course Ice types are good when they can just hit really, really hard. They have naturally it's a Eviolite holding Clefairy. It's very, very bulky, but it doesn't like to take hits from a lot of members of our team. It's quite a solid Pokemon. It's of course not very fast, but they really help their speed tiers with Mega Sceptile, who is easily their fastest Pokemon by almost 100 points. No, not like almost 50 points actually. Sorry, over 50 points. Wow, I'm very bad at this. They have Hitmonlee. Hitmonlee, or Bengo Extendo, as I like to call him, was in the NDBL, which was a Metronome draft league I was in, and that was a lot of fun. And I do love Hitmonlee from that, so it'll be tough going up against an old friend, but we're going to have to. Absol it's not a very good Pokemon. It does have access to a wide range of moves, and it's a solid Dark type, but the thing is, it's not particularly fast or bulky. It can hit quite hard, but that's really it. I'm not too worried about Absol. What I am worried about is their Cinderace. Cinderace is a really scary fire type. I don't know if Libero is banned in this league. I'm gonna have to check that before we get into the match, but if it's not, this thing is a huge threat. Fire is very good against our team. We have quite a decent fire type weakness. And, of course, our main Pokemon can deal with fire types, but apart from that, we kind of struggle against them. And, of course, with Libero, it's very difficult to find ways to counter Cinderace. And finally, they have Raikou. Raikou, I'm very scared of them setting up a sub-leftovers Scald Toxic set, because I don't want to be stalled out throughout the entire match. I'm very scared of Raikou. It's a terrifying Pokemon. There are ways to work around it, obviously, but we're gonna have to be very careful. I'm pretty sure if I had to choose a 6 that they're bringing, my guess, Jirachi and Empoleon, I think they might even bring both steel types. Porygon 2, Cinderace is definitely coming, no doubt. Raikou probably, and maybe the Mega Sceptile, maybe the Clefairy. Also possibly Vanilluxe. Oh yeah, Vanilluxe with Freeze Dry is actually quite a big threat to our team, so maybe Vanilluxe. So Jirachi, Empoleon, Cinderace, Vanilluxe, Raikou, and Porygon would be my guess for their team. But we have a team that we're bringing to counter them. This is the first ever team for Season 3 of the NDBL. I really love making drafted teams. If you don't really know, I like to give all my teammates, like all the members of the team, a nickname that they stick with the whole season. And I had a lot of fun coming up with these nicknames for our first 6. The other 5 members of our team who didn't get to come this week, hopefully we'll get to use them later. Luckily, I got to use like I got to use all of our big 3 in this match, which is a lot of fun. But anyway, without further ado, let's hop into it with the very first Pokemon, Frostbite the Mega Glalie. Mega Glalie was definitely when I looked at this team, it was the first thing that came to mind. Mostly because this team is running a Mega Sceptile and Landorus Incarnate, both of which are 4 times weak to Ice-type moves. That's just a huge advantage straight off the bat, being able to basically OHKO 2 of their top tier mons very easily. Of course, they are carrying 2 steel types and Cinderace, who's a pretty big threat, but hopefully Mega Glalie can come in and just do damage to them. I'm running Shadow Ball, Ice Beam, Hidden Power Bug, and Spikes, with a Refrigerate, which is always Mega Glalie's ability upon Mega Evolution. Shadow Ball is there for Hitmonlee if Hitmonlee decides to come, and Jirachi. Ice Beam is just there to hit the Mega Sceptile and Landorus. I decided to go a special set this week so I could utilize Hidden Power, but because Mega Glalie's stats, if you look at them, they're so equal, it can run either physical or special attacks out. So maybe later we can go physical Mega Glalie, which actually gives us advantage in a lot of, it'll become difficult to predict. I've got Spikes because setting up Spikes can be really useful. They don't have a ground type, which is a weird thing to say, but that means we can set up Spikes quite easily. They could defog with Empoleon, but then Empoleon still has to take the Spikes hit. Hidden Power Bug is there for Jirachi, Absol, in case I want to use that. I don't really have much of a way to hurt Cinderace with this thing, but because a lot of my team is kind of built to hurt Cinderace, it's going to have to work out. For stats, I do just kind of go with whatever Showdown says. Moving on is Frank. Frank, I'm so glad gets to come this week. Frank is going to be our MVP. This thing is like my ideal Pokemon. It's up there with Terrakion, with a Pokemon that I think I can do the most damage with in draft in general. I really like Pokemon that you can just like put on a choice item and just let them wreak havoc, and Frank is going to be amazing at that. Of course, we have Fisher's Wren, and Fisher's Wren is what we're hitting most of the time. With Choice Scarf, we outspeed most of their team, apart from Mega Sceptile and possibly Cinderace. But I think everything else we do manage to outspeed. Maybe also Raikou, and maybe Jirachi even. But anyway, we can hit very hard. I'm running Fisher's Wren because that's our best way to do damage. Fisher's Wren OHKOs Eviolite Max Defense Clefairy, like, in one shot, I'm pretty sure. I might have messed it up, but I'm relatively sure that it does. I'm gonna check, but even if it doesn't, it is a great way to do a lot of damage. I can really just rip through any member of their team. Of course, if we get locked into anything, that's when the problems start showing up, but I think that because of how much damage Fisher's Wren can do, yeah. So max defense Clefairy is always OHKO'd by Fisher's Wren in one shot, which is an insane amount of damage. And I'm really, really happy that we have that. So basically can OHKO most of their team apart from maybe Mega Sceptile. We cannot OHKO, but I'm running a Leech Life, which is super effective on Mega Sceptile, and it won't OHKO them. Mostly this thing clicks Fisher's Wren. Mega Sceptile is their best way to stop it, but of course Mega Sceptile is weak to Mega Glalie. Next up is we're running max attack and max speed, so we are guaranteed to outspeed as much as humanly possible. Next up is Brittany Sears, because they're a toxic fire. I'm very happy with this nickname. We're running Corrosion with heavy duty boots in case I want to set up Stealth Rocks with Empoleon. I don't really have the best ways to deal with. We do have Claydol on the team, but the thing is, if Claydol gets knocked out and then they set up Stealth Fox, I don't want Brittany Sears to be totally useless. We're running Toxic because just being able to set up Toxic on some of their bulky mons might be useful, but mainly we'll be hitting Fire Blast, Sludge Bomb, and Hidden Power Ice. Hidden Power Ice is here for that Landos in case that's what they want to switch into be. This thing can do so much damage to a lot of their team. Landorus and Jirachi doesn't even want to go up against this thing because of Fire Blast. Really, the only one on their team that they want to fight this is Empoleon, and Empoleon doesn't even like Fire Blast themselves. But you know what Empoleon really, really hates? Empoleon despises T-Chicken, the Galarian Zapdos. Galarian Zapdos is kind of another Choice Band mon, so I'm really pumped to use them in this match. Choice Band with Defiant, is that the ability I want? It's the only ability I have access to. I'm running this isn't a set I talk about a lot with Knockoff, that might be it, but I am running Brave Bird, U-Turn, Close Combat, and Stomping Tantrum. This lets me hit everything on their team for at least neutral damage, mostly super effective. Close Combat, of course, destroys Empoleon. U-Turn can get me in and out of a situation and give me great momentum. Brave Bird is really great against Mega Sceptile, Hitmonlee, it helps to hurt Cinderace, and Stomping Tantrum is there for the Raikou and the Jirachi. Yeah, so this thing, I don't know how good the Galarian Zapdos is going to be, but it definitely has the potential to just come in and do a lot of damage. It's max attack, max speed, so it can just get in and do damage quickly. We've got quite a fast team so far, so let's slow it down a bit. With Panoptes, the Claydol, Argus Panoptes is the Greek dude with all the eyes, and that's what they're named after because Claydol has lots of eyes. Claydol is running a much bulkier set than normal. It does have max special attack. The reason is because I wanted to be able to do damage with Scorching Sands and Psychic. This is the first ever time I get to use Scorching Sands, which is kind of just like a ground type Scald if you've never seen it. It's really great. So getting a burn on anything will be great. Mostly this thing is here to make sure we don't get hazard stacked, because Rapid Spin, I always feel like it's important to bring at least something with removal to a match. And Rapid Spin's really great at that. Setting up our own Stealth Fox would be great too, and their best removal is definitely Empoleon with Defog. But the thing is, if they're on Defog, they can't set up any of their own hazards, because Defog removes everything. So yeah, Panoptes is not going to sweep, it's not going to be our kill leader this season, but it's definitely here, like, we brought a lot of very big heavy hitters. This thing is just here, like, kind of set the heavy hitters up to sweep, really. It's keep the field clean, mess with the opponents, maybe burn someone if we're lucky, and just maybe go down later. We have Levitate, so we are immune to ground types and spikes, which is very nice, but we'll just see what happens. Finally, Scarlet, the Scizor. I'm not sure about Scizor. They're definitely the best choice on our team to come to this match. They're really good against Mega Sceptile, neutral against Jirachi, Vanillux. They're a way to defeat Vanillux. Their only weakness really is to Cinderace. I was considering giving them a berry that reduced fire type damage, but the thing is, even with that berry, Cinderace OHKOs us with any fire type move, so you got to be careful. I'm just not a big fan of Scizor. Hopefully Scizor is going to have the same character arc that Bengo Extendo and I had in the NDBL, and I'll really grow to love them over this season, but we'll see. I'm running Life Orb with Bullet Punch and Dual Wing Beat because this is Technician ability. Bullet Punch and Dual Wing Beat are both base 60 instead of base 40, and because Dual Wing Beat hits twice, that's base 120 power, which is really good. U-Turn is there to get in and out, and finally Swords Dance. If I can set up a Swords Dance, this thing can just do so much damage. We're quite slow, so we've got to be careful, but if we can get rid of Cinderace, this thing is bulky enough to absolutely end a team. But anyway, yeah, that is our team for, also, if they decide to run a Raikou with Scald as their only thing, as long as we don't get burned, and we can't be toxic, and then we can set up Swords Dance, then Dual Wing Beat, breaking their sub, and then destroying Raikou. Anyway, that's the plan, yeah. That is our team. This has been quite a long team builder. I try to keep them below 10 minutes because I know they can be boring, but I'm sorry if this did run over. It's just my first time with a new team, so I'm really, really excited. I'm going to go ahead and hop into the match now. I really hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all there. Yeah, bye. Okay, it's time. Let's do this. They did bring both of their Ice type weaknesses, which is really great for Frostbite. They brought Empoleon and Cinderace, which I predicted Porygon to. They brought Bengo. No! Why would you do this to me? Not Bengo. Okay, so I feel like Empoleon is a really, really likely lead. We don't have the best ways to deal with it that isn't Galarian Zapdos. Actually, I just feel like Empoleon is who they're going to lead with. So Zapdos, Galar, T-Chicken. There we go. So if I lead with Zapdos, that is a lot of damage straight off the bat. Pretty much anything on the team. Zapdos is horrifying for them, actually. Landorus is the only member of the team who Zapdos doesn't just one-shot, actually. No, literally. Okay, we've got to be very careful with Zapdos. I think we lead with Zapdos, so then we can U-turn out if anything's bad. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Also, just good luck, have fun to my opponent. He leads with okay, this thing's base speed is 3, 3, 1. So let's see what this thing can do to me. Landorus. Okay, so Sludge Wave does about 64%. Brave Bird gives me the 64% chance to just Oko, but I think honestly just U-turn out into Frank maybe, honestly. If this thing is Choice Scarf with Sheer Force, then it doesn't even do half. So that's fine by me. So yeah, I think just U-turn out. We could Brave Bird, and that would have a chance to Oko. But it was a coin flip. So I'm just going to U-turn out and save T-Chicken for later. They're going to knock off, so they are definitely Scarfed, and there goes our Choice Band. That kind of sucks. But we know they're Scarfed and locked into knockoff right now. So I'm going to go into Frostbite here. That's not a good start because we have lost that, so we've got to keep that in mind. We'll still be doing a lot of damage, but I'm not sure how much. I think do we just want to go straight for the Ice Beam here? We could set up the spikes. Now's a very likely time for them to go into Cinderace. I didn't check if it was, so Cinderace, outspeeds, and can one-shot Galarian Zapdos. We need to keep that in mind. So Cinderace versus Frostbite the Glalie, so Mega Glalie, Frostbite set. Yeah, High Jump Kick and Pyro Ball both Oko us. Shadow Ball does about 41%, but I think setting up spikes might be even better. So I'm gonna go for the spikes. They go into Hitmonlee instead, so that's so we get our spikes up. I don't know if Hitmonlee doesn't get access to Rapid Spin, I'm pretty sure. It's a shiny, which is cool. So now that Hitmonlee's here, it's probably gonna go for Hitmonlee. We actually outspeed, and Ice Beam does about 50%, but Close Combat definitely Okos us, no matter what. What happens if we go into Scizor? Wow, Close Combat actually almost Okos Scizor as well, and it outspeeds us, definitely. That's worrying. Who can we go into here? Is now when we go into Claydol. Claydol definitely seems like a good set. Good call right now. Wow, knockoff does about 77%, but Psychic has a very good chance to Oko. So yeah, I'm gonna go into Claydol here. They're gonna go into Porygon 2, and they're gonna take a little bit of Spikes damage. That's fine by me. Do I want to just Scorching Sands? Porygon 2. So yeah, Ice Beam does about 42%. I think, yeah, definitely our best move right here is to set up Stealth Rocks. We get the Stealth Rocks up. They're going to teleport out. Yeah, they probably, with Empoleon, want to go for the default here. So Empoleon, Skull does about 49%. Scorching Sands does about 40 to them. I think we go for the Scorching Sands here because getting a burn on this thing would be absolutely great. And they probably want to defog away this hazard right now. We could get a free switch into somebody like T-Chicken, but I'm gonna go for the Scorching Sands. We get it. Do we get the burn? Nope, they're gonna Scald. We do outspeed though. So I think this thing isn't great against a lot of their team. I really would like to get a burn against this Empoleon, and we've managed to set up the spikes. So we know they're probably going to go for Scald next. And we are running Water Absorb on Frank. Can we Oko and Empoleon though? With Dracovish. Earthquake can Oko. No! Earthquake can't Oko this thing. So I've pretty much got to go for the Scorching Sands here. Okay, this thing's going to be immune. That sucks. So, in this situation, do I just go into Frostbite? So we know this is Scarf Landorus. Mega Glalie, Frostbite, Earth Power, Okos. Sludge Wave does about 75%. How much do they do to Dracovish? Dracovish, Frank set, Earth Power, Okos. Then Earth Power only has a chance to Oko. It would be a 6.3% chance. But this thing isn't Life Orb. We need to remember that. This thing is Choice Scarf. And we know they're locked into Knockoff right now. So how much does Knockoff from this thing do to Mega Glalie? Because there's no other way it could outspeed me. So instead of using one of those, it's using Knockoff. Knockoff does about 24%. Yeah, we can go into Mega Glalie here. What? What? Yet again, I'm made a fool of. This happens a worrying amount in Draft League, I've noticed. Shadow Ball does about 20% to this, but Scald does about 40% to us. We could try to set up another layer of spikes. How come this thing... How is Landorus not... I need to figure out how Landorus can outspeed us. Why does this continuously happen? Base 331 speed, if it's timid and... How is it faster than... who was it faster than? Galarian Zapdos. I need to figure this out. Zapdos, Galar, T-Chicken. It's naturally faster than Galarian Zapdos. I'm just not very smart. I couldn't see that. Okay. This thing probably wants to go for a defog here. My best way to hurt it is T-Chicken, but I don't want to get scalded. But I think I'm going to go T-Chicken here. They've lost a lot of usefulness. They'd probably go for the defog. Yep, there it is. Oh, we get the Defiant boost though. Hello. And we're faster than this thing. Definitely. Okay, now I get to hurt something bad. Do I just want to go for Brave Bird here? Like, okay, so, because we got Defiant, we are +2. But we've lost the Choice Mand. Brave Bird, I think, just Oko's something on their team. And we have access to close combat now because, yeah, I'm just going to Brave Bird something. Something dies here. And it's the Empoleon. We get to do a lot of damage right now. Are they probably going to go into... Okay, they're going to go into Hitmonlee. We outspeed this thing, though. Unless it's Choice Scarf. But even so, how much can this thing do to me? We might do a lot of damage suddenly. Hitmonlee. The superior Hitmon. Yeah, we can just... Stomping Tantrum should theoretically KO this thing. But I think just Brave Birding here. We can do a lot of damage right now. Okay, they're going to have Endure. They're going to go down to 1. Activate their Lychee Berry, which raises their attack. They might have a speedy move. I'm just going to Stomping Tantrum here. Okay, they're gonna reversal. Okay, that's fine. We got to do a lot of damage to their team right there. A lot of their team is still very scary. We don't have many ways to hurt the Sceptile right now. Okay, so do we just go into... I think we just go into Scissor and Bullet Punch. Something on the team. Yeah, I'm just gonna Bullet Punch. Oop, okay, don't know what happened there. Okay, I need to look up exactly what reversal does as a move, because I thought I don't understand it. Okay, I just looked up reversal. That's my fault. Reversal Pokemon. Reversal can now cause a critical hit, and its damage is now varied by random fact during damage calculation. Reversal can be used as part of Pokemon. Nope, that doesn't make any sense. Okay, so if Endure was used before reversal, what happens? Generation 5 and onward. But what does it do? It does more damage if the user's HP is low. Do I just deal Wing Beat here then? Okay, I don't know how to beat this. Do I just get swept? This thing might just go for the Endure. So I'm gonna go for Stealth Fox. Nope, we just lose. Apparently. I'm gonna go into Brittany's Series and I'm gonna Toxic. Okay, I don't know I don't understand reversal and I'm just gonna lose here, apparently. Just Shadow Ball? Nope, reversal. But this thing can't be Choice Scarfed. How is that outspeeding everything? It's just plus attack. Like, I can't see anything here about reversal being a priority move. Like, I get it does more damage if you're low HP, but we outspeed. It's got Unburden. Okay. So we just lose. I'm just gonna lock us into Vicious Rend. Yep. Well, that was an embarrassment of a match for us. Very well played by my opponent there. Yeah. Wow. I had no way to beat this thing when it had reversal. Okay. Well, that wasn't a great start for the season. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you all in the next one, and ODF out. Goodbye.